Aleph paused as the city gates closed behind him. The moment he met that kindly old scholar, his life had been turned upside down. In just a few short days, he had been whisked off to Tantegel Castle to meet with King Lorik. And now, with the hopes and dreams of a kingdom behind him, he was to save the world as its anointed hero. Or so he thought. Reality in the castle town was much different than the formal and hopeful reception he had received at the castle. First, some strange woman went on and on about how he had supposedly mistook her for the princess. Soon after, the merchant he had seen about purchasing some simple armor had made a large commotion about how he was going to actually use the armor he had bought. He couldn't help but feel like he was being mocked. Now that he was outside, a wave of doubt washed over him. He suddenly felt the mockery was well-deserved. He had little to go on. Only the word of a man that swore that he had the faintest glimmer of magic about him, and that made him the descendant of Erdrick. Aleph looked down at his empty hands. Never once had he cast a single spell, and he said as much to the old man. That didn't seem to deter the scholarly man, as he seemed convinced that magic could be learned and forced to be brought forth. He reckoned that his magical talents would reveal themselves under great duress. Aleph did not find that particularly comforting, but the old man seemed to sense that. Worry not. I'm sure we can unlock your potential in a safer manner once we arrive at Tantegel. Comforting words at the time, but the caravan traveling to the castle had come under attack, and the kindly old scholar was now dead. Aleph looked up at the darkening sky. Every day the sun became a little more dim. He didn't feel like a hero, but the old man believed in him. The king seemed to believe in him. He wanted to believe himself. And he only knew of one way to prove to himself that he was up for this task. As unappealing as it was, he had to place himself in danger and hope his talents would emerge. And so, Aleph began to travel to the nearby forest where monsters tended to lurk. If nothing came of it, then Aleph would at least find revenge against the monsters that attacked the caravan. But if he found he could cast magic, then, well, one step at a time. Welcome to the Questing on the Road podcast. Today we'll be continuing our audio-only Let's Play of Dragon Quest I. It's episode 2. In episode 1 we had a little bit of discussion about some of the pitfalls that may befall us with me doing this in a truck. This is the episode it kind of all happens at once. Moving forward, now that we've seen it in action, we'll see if we can mitigate it a little bit more. But just be aware there's going to be a constant drone as the reefer was on the entire time. So let's go ahead and get on to the recording. Hello crew, and welcome to episode 2. This is Andrew, and a couple of things have changed between episode 1 and episode 2. For one, I'm no longer playing on my Galaxy Tab. I mentioned last episode how awkward it was to control with that, and I found that the first 3 Dragon Quests, in addition to 11, is on the Nintendo Switch. So I've bought it and downloaded it on my Switch, and I've went ahead and played up into where we were in the last episode, so nothing's lost as far as that's concerned, or we're not going to retread those steps in any case. But the goals for this episode is going to be very meager. My goals, as the opening recap indicated, is I want to unlock our magical potential. Which I know happens at level 4. I want to actually try to get to level 5, which again shouldn't be too difficult. I do want to kind of get a little lay of the land surrounding areas, try to find some of the surrounding towns. I'm going to try to talk to a few more people, see if we can't get a little bit more direction on where we need to go. And finally, near the end, I want to actually cross a bridge. In this game, when you cross a bridge, the enemies get harder. So I want to cross a bridge and just try, fight a couple enemies, see how we do. Because the sooner we can actually start fighting harder enemies, the faster the experience and the faster the gold will come in, and we can just progress faster that way. So that's the goal here. And the only other thing is, I'm here in
today parked in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, at Petro, and I've ate, I've showered, I've laundered, and kind of settled in. I've been done some other stuff while I was waiting for this to download, really. But I kind of want to make it a thing, just kind of tell people where I'm at. Just, they can say, "Ooh, that's where it happened." If you happen to live near here, whatever. And I guess for that matter, the first episode I was in McCalla, Alabama, which is a little south of Birmingham, Alabama. So, well, I mean, in that way, in future generations, when I'm gone and all that's left is the podcast, people can make their pilgrimages to the sacred sites where I was and, pay homage or whatever. I might need to adjust the sound here a little bit. I'll put it at half for now. Going to Venture Forth. I was reading a little bit of the. There's some tutorial parts in one of the sub menus. I was just reading up a little bit on a couple interesting features. When you die in this game, apparently death, obviously isn't permanent. It's not permanent death or anything like that. But you basically return to the king with half of your purse. And I don't know if that affects your items or not. But basically half your gold is gone, which is, I guess, is what the bank is for. Just to safeguard your money, just in case you die. And there was, I forgot the name. There's like, you're brought back with the thanks of the goddess Dias or something like that. I may have misremembered that name, but there's apparently some goddess that brings you back. And the other interesting little tidbit was there's a quick save feature in this version. So that I will probably be making use of that way, because the only other way to save, since there are no churches, is to come all the way back to the king, which right now it's not that big of a deal. But as we start globe trotting a little bit, we might want to quick save. Or just I need to earn 16 more experience for the next level. Like I said, everything is about the same. Let me go ahead and just recap what's. Because I don't think I even mentioned this when I first started. What my initial stats are. So at level 2, my stats are strength of 8, agility of 6, resilience of 3, maximum hit points of 22, maximum magic points of 0, attack of 12, defense 7, and I currently have 7 experience, but that number will just rise. And attack and defense is largely dependent on gear. This is also reflecting the fact that I have the leather suit and the club. So let's go ahead and get out of this castle. Maybe turn it up a little bit. I've noticed here in this version of the game that the graphics have undergone another overhaul from the one that's on the Android version. It's a little bit cleaner, a little bit more colors, a little bit of animation, like in the water I'm seeing, which maybe that was in the other one too, but I didn't remember it being that way. Let me just start walking around here a little bit. A she slimer. We've already fought one of these before, so we're not going to dwell on it too much. It did seem, when I first started, and then maybe it was just bad luck, but it seemed like some of the numbers, like my attacks, were a little bit weaker than when I was playing on the iOS. Again, that could have just been, bad luck. Maybe I had good luck when I was playing earlier, but it didn't really amount to much. There's a cave. I've gone kind of south. Ooh, okay. Here's a Draki. We've not fought one of these before. Draki is... how to describe it? It's got bat wings. is the most recognizable feature for it. Other than that, it's kind of a... I want to say mouse, except instead of mouse here, it kind of has like 2 antennae off the top of it. It's got the eyes and like the big smiley face with 2 fangs, as though it's a vampire, and it's got a big, long, almost cat's tail to it. These aren't too awfully difficult. I've done 2 points of damage to it. It's done 1 to me. Return. Again, 2. He hit me harder for 3 that time. Okay, I've done 2 more, so 6 about is what it takes to kill him. 3 experience and 6 gold coins is about what you get per one of those. But, well, and I moved and got attacked again. This is She's Line, we're fine. It's gone already. So let me not move. I kind of just went southwest. Now there's a mountain range I can't get to, but I see a cave actually right past those mountains, but I don't think I can get to them from here. Kind of looking around. There's a little forest, and I don't know if they're mountains or hills, but they're kind of like a different colored mountain that I can actually move over. Okay, another she slime here. Did 5 damage with that one. Remember when I was younger, and we were playing this at my grandmother's house, me and some of my cousins. We used to call that when you can one-shot them. Especially like with the club, it's like you join the Sluggers Club or the Sluggers Guild. And so like our goal was to become powerful enough to where the enemies in the area we were joined, the Sluggers Club. And then when we upgraded to like an axe or something like that, then it was like the Lumberjack Guild or whatever. But of course, then it's a lot easier to get people there too. I've gone north, and there's kind of a path of grass, but also some more forest, and almost directly north of just the way you can go, there's a cave in the middle of a desert. I'm going to bypass it for now. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, yes. I was going to say, do they have the map in this version? And like, there's no icon. There was no like button, like symbol. But the Y button, or not the Y button, the X button actually brings up the map, which is kind of nice because that's kind of just what instinctually I pressed. It wasn't really. It looks like there is the cave down south and the cave I just passed are actually flashing dots on this map to indicate. And then further northwest, the very, very farthest northwest you can go, there's another flash, and I'm pretty sure there's a town up there. So that's kind of where I'm heading up there while we grind a little bit. There's another Dracky. Oh, one hit. He's joined the Sluggers Club. 4.4 hit points of damage. They might have like variable hit points as well. I'm not positive. Okay, here's this town up in the corner. It looks like you came across a pointless bridge. There's a big building that has a locked door to go into, so I can't go in it. I see an inn, a weapon shop, an item shop, and then there's a kind of it's a room with an open door, and when I go in it, it'll actually reveal what's inside it, which is just some guy. Some guy at a desk. We talk to him. Long, long ago, when the great bard Galen did at last bring his wanderings to an end, 'twas here that he did settle. Thus did the town which sprang up around this dwelling come to be known as Galenholm. Alright, so we're in Galenholm. The guard right outside his door. Thou art come from Tantegel? Then surely thou didst espy a cavernous shrine on thy journey here. Yes, I did. 'Tis said 'twas built to honor the name of the mighty hero Erdrick. Okay, so that was Erdrick's shrine. Some lady just wandering around out here. Welcome, wanderer, to the storied settlement of Galenholm. Well, I already know the name of the town. Looks like there's a guy with a lute just right outside the inn. Brave wanderer, wilt thou hear a song? Sure. Excellent. Thank thee, friend. Were it not for lovers of music such as thee, my quest would emulate the legendary bard of Galen. My quest to emulate the legendary bard Galen would lose all meaning. Let me turn it up, that way you can hear this wonderful song. There's our music for the episode. I don't think I need the end. Do I? We've got 34 gold right now. I'm good on him. I'm only down 4. Let's see what the weapon shop has. I'm pretty sure you can get a axe here. Yeah, iron axe for 560. There's also an iron shield for 800. Good grief. A chainmail for 300. I think what I would like to do is get the leather shield. That way I've got a complete complement of equipment. You can have an armor, a shield, and a weapon in this game. So let's see what's... There's a dude just hanging out inside the item shop. Let me see what he has to say. Thou knowest of the cause of his majesty's woe, dost thou not? Why didst espy the culprits? Who? Why, the foul fiends that did bear off Princess Wherein. Eastward did they fly, ever eastward. In there... Oh, is there none in this realm with the courage enough to go to her rescue? Well, sure, I will. There is? Then I bid thee bear word to this brave soul, whoever it may be. Tell him that the princess was taken to the east. Alright, I'm going to see what's in the item shop here. We basically the same thing as in the other one. Medicinal herb. I hate how the H is silent. For the longest time, when I was younger, I always pronounced it herb, as in the name herb. I don't know. Someone eventually corrected me. No, it's herb, which I've heard of herbs before, but I just have never seen it spelled. Another she slime out here. It's gone, and it's a level up. All right, so level 3. Strength increased by 2 more, agility increased by 2, resilience increased by 1, hit points by 2, and magic points by 4. And learn the heal spell. Okay, I thought it was level 4. Apparently it's level 3. Learn the heal spell. So great, wonderful. 4 more gold coins. Let me just wander around out here. There's another Draki. Let's see if we hit any harder. Well, 4 more damage again. It's not any harder. This overworld music is repetitive, but it isn't bad. It's not very harsh. Slime out here. I'm tempted to go just cross a bridge now, because these are small pickings here. It feels that way. Kind of venturing a little bit to the east of that town. Oh, here's a bridge right here, in fact. Dare we cross it? Nah, I'm not that brave yet. If I had my heal spell, I would. I have some... Well, I've had them ordered for a while now, but I managed to rendezvous with some family and get some supplies, and part of it was... some bifocals. I'm old enough I need bifocals now, apparently. But man, I don't know about these things. They're I don't know if they're made wrong. I doubt it. I mean, I've never wore bifocals before, so I have no frame of reference. But it's for my work. If I worked at a desk job, it wouldn't be bad, because if you don't know what bifocals are, for most of it, you whatever vision correction you need. In my case, I'm nearsighted, so it helps me see further away. Is most of the glasses, but then on the bottom parts of it, it's not even the bottom half. It's kind of like a bottom third of it, and in this case, it's not even all the way across. It's kind of like a line and kind of a semicircle. It actually magnifies it so I can have an easier time reading when it's close up, which I never normally had a problem with. But it's just become a little bit more of an issue lately. But when I'm normally driving, basically it just means that it looks like there's a little smear at the bottom of my glasses at all times. And if I glance down, like at my dashboard, check my speed, check my gauges, or glancing down at my GPS, it's fuzzy. It's worse than if I wasn't wearing, almost as bad as if I wasn't wearing glasses at all. And but if I was at a desk job, it wouldn't be that. I think I would really enjoy it, because I can read easier. Even this game here I'm playing, I can see it a lot easier now that it's kind of magnified a little bit. As long as I don't look directly at it. If I look directly at it, it's not as good. But Angled down is fine. So I like a desk job where I can see normally, but if I'm working, something I can actually be close to, it would be a real boon. But I'm kind of thinking just getting my old glasses back out, honestly, because the prescriptions from normal vision isn't that much different. And what I'm also thinking is I want to try to maybe either use these as like a reading glasses or get actual reading glasses. Probably I'll just keep these as reading glasses, for just back here in the sleeper berth when I'm not trying to drive. But my normal work, it's not dangerous. Like, my periphery is fine. My vision is mostly fine. It's just a little bit irritating. It looks like there's something on my glasses, but it's not in the way. And I can either angle my head or look straight down to look at my dashboard if I really need to. And the miles per hour is a big enough number that I can read it just fine. I want to get one more level here before we go to the inn, and then I'm going to explore a little bit. I'm also going to talk to some more people in the town, Tentigo town, and possibly the castle. I didn't talk to everybody in the castle. I'm basically doing circles just right out. Ooh, critical hit for 12 damage. There's a she slime, so I probably didn't have a lot of defense, but still, pretty nice. I probably should go a little bit further abroad. With the Draki. Gone already. It's kind of nice being able to one-hit these things, because I'm not getting hurt at all. So, I kind of want to explore that cave. I kind of want to explore that cave like maybe next episode, so I'm kind of saving it. I've marched back up to this town up in the corner. I'm not going to go in. She slime outside there. I definitely need to go to like a harder area, I think, as soon as I level up. Yep, there we go. Level 4, my strength is increased by 1, agility by 2, resilience by 1, and maximum hit points by 7, magic points by 7. I've learned the Sizz spell. Contained 4 gold coins. That was something else I was reading. The names of the spells are different from the Dragon Warrior game. In fact, the game, there's something else I read, the game is harder. The Dragon Warrior is harder than the Dragon Quest games that we have today. It wasn't, it was more grindy, I guess. It took a lot more experience to go further, to level up. Which is probably why it felt like certain things were a lot more of a grind. Fights with slimes were a little bit harder. Because you didn't start, I don't think you started with any gold, so all you had was maybe the bamboo spear, which I don't think you can one-shot even slimes with the bamboo spear. A little bit lost. I mean, I'm not in any danger, but I'm trying to get back down to the castle to go to the inn, save, and then I'm going to go to, and I'm getting attacked like every 2 steps. Come on. A minute ago, you guys weren't wanting to do anything with me. Come on. Here we are. Okay, back at the castle. First, I want to go to the town. Welcome, wanderer, unto this humble hostelry. 3 golds. Oh, I do have enough gold to get the shield. Do I want to save? That's always the danger. Do I want to save my gold? I do kind of want the copper sword. But it does cost twice as much. Let's go ahead and get the leather shield. That way at least I have a full set of equipment. Leather shield. For this exquisite article, we ask a mere 90 gold coins. Yes. Will you equip it forthwith? Yes. I've got 13 gold left. I want to see if I can get a medicinal herb just for extra safety. Let's go over here to the item shop. They cost 10, so yes, I can. I still don't know what the dragon is. What is the dragon scale? A talisman card from the scale of a dragon. I don't know. It's 20 gold. I don't have enough for it anyway. I don't know what it's for. I kind of remember it being used for something, but I don't remember what. Alright, I've got a medicinal herb. Good to go there. That's a barker, I remember that now. There's a guard kind of across the stream here. Let me talk to him.
Hello everybody, this is Future Andrew, and just want to give you guys a quick heads up that my truck is about to kick on back then. It's not super loud, but the blower was actually really close to the microphone, which you can still hear what's going on, what I'm saying. But that is what the noise is going to be. It does kick back off here close to the end of the episode, but I want to let you know, I know I take measures to fix this later and new problems prop up. The audio for this entire series was an adventure from beginning to end, really. But just want to let you know what's going on, so I'll get back to it.
Thou art the bloodline of mighty Erdrick, thou sayest. Hast thou proof? Yes, I can cast magic. Fie! Wherefore makest thou such grand claims when thou possessest nary a sign, seal or signet, betokening thy lineage? Well, it seems like anybody could have a sign, seal, or signet and not actually be a descendant of the direct line of Erdrick. If thou art truly a descendant of Erdrick, thou must need bring proof of thy birthright. If I say no, will you say like where it is? No, he just says if when you say no, he just basically doesn't like get upset at you about it. He just says, well, if you're going to be it, you need to have this proof. There's a guard here close to the exit on the east side. Hast thou heard tell of the great bard Galen? They say he took his beloved lyre unto his grave. Oh, to have heard him play. There's two small houses over here on the east side. I want to go in. There's a guy with a bed, kind of a young man. There's an old man with a pot. Talking to the younger man. Friend, hast thou heard? No. Yes. Yea, 'tis said that the town far distant from this place, magic keys are sold as though they grew on the very trees. Well, that would be very nice to find that place. Although I imagine they'd be expensive. And if such a place exists, why have locks anywhere? I guess to keep adventurers like me from around, I guess. The old man says, I'm engaged in the study of methods for the removal of curses. Shouldst thou ever find thyself afflicted, prithee seek me out, and I shall be glad to aid it. You know, this guy kind of looks like the priests in the churches, and that's kind of what they did, is they removed curses. I wonder if it's like a proto church here. Church of the Sacred Pot. In the upper, the northeast corner of this town, there's a guard behind a building, like laying down. Friend, I know not who thou art, but I do beseech thee, deliver unto his majesty the king this news. The expeditionary force tasked with the rescue of Princess Wherein is no more. Prithee, tell his majesty that I am so very. Goddess forgive us. The goddess must just be the one goddess. I'd go look at it again in the tutorial, except it's actually kind of lengthy, and I don't want to read through it again. So there's a merchant out here on the road on the north side. Let me see what he has to say. I'm a wandering merchant hailing originally from fair Galenholm. That's the city up to the northwest. Tis a handsome settlement far to the north of here and west along the coast. The lands twixt here and there are home to monstrous multitudes who hesitate not to make a meal of unwary wanderers. Verily, 'tis a miracle that I've arrived here in possession of my beloved life, your beloved life. Yeah. I've got a guard up here in the north side of town. A tutorial, basically the same thing, the bridge thing. If you go across a bridge, which we're going to do as soon as I save. Let's go save. I found another medicinal. There's a line of pots. I didn't go this way earlier. One pot had a medicinal herb, and the other two have nothing in it. There's two guards here. One's laying down, the other one's standing up. The one I'm talking about standing up. If thou questest in caves, a torch. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, you need a torch if you go to caves. I knew that. The one laying down, sniff sob. Oh, Princess Gwalen. Get a grip. Now further, kind of around the corner here, there's a guy at a table. When Dark doth spread across the land, light shall return by Erdrick's hand. That must be the prophecy, or the legend. O Almighty Goddess, we pray that the ancient teaching hold true. May thy light shine upon brave heroes' quest. There's a flash of light, too. I don't know what that's all about. Let's get out of this. Let's go save. Get a move on. Brave hero, thou art returned to us. Oh, glad am I. Oh, that reminds me. The king. Well, there's two things I want to say about the king. One, the king actually has a name. It's like King Lorik. I was looking up. I couldn't remember what Gwayland's name was. And I was looking it up, and I saw King Lorik. His name's Lorik, and it's not Frederick von Poofy Pants. Which Poofy Pants, Poof. I realized kind of after the fact that it may be sounding like I'm saying something else, but no, I'm not. Folk glad am I to see thee. I need 53 more experience. Wilt thou? Yeah, I want to save, and I want to continue. Alright, so we need 53 more experience. So let's go cross a bridge, fight some dudes, get some experience, get some gold, get level 5, and then we're going to wrap up from there. I'm going to go to, there's a bridge to the north here. That's the one I'm going to head to. Alright, here's the bridge, crossing the bridge. Draki appears. Well, he's not. Well, he's dodgy, but he's not that strong, I don't think. You are out of the Sluggers Club. You can't be in the Slugger Club if you dodge my attacks. There, another Draki. Maybe I need to go a little further. I mean, I'm going to go further out, then all the enemies are going to be extremely hard. Continuing on there, and here's another bridge. There I go. And if I circle down south and around, there's a well, and I just ran across it. There's a patch of poisonous swamp, and there's just a slime inside of it that is easily dealt with. But each one of these things does 1 point of damage to you. I've went ahead and crossed. Let's go ahead and see what's over here. But I think eventually we fight something, or we find something that actually prevents that damage altogether. But there is also a different type of floor tile that does a ridiculous amount of damage, and I don't think you can ever prevent that. Well, this just comes back up around to the bridge. A ghost appears. Alright, this ghost, he's an orange ghost that is wearing a witch's hat, like you imagine a witch's hat. It's kind of purplish, and he's got 2 hands, and he's basically sticking his tongue out, going nee 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 nee. This is the quality of our opponents. I have attacked. I've done 4 damage. He attacked me for 1 damage. I did 5 damage, and now he's defeated. So we kind of reward. You get 4 experience and 8 golds for him. So that's not too bad. Let me go a little bit further afield. It seems like this bridge is a fake bridge. It's not really indicating any kind of... Well, I did 5 damage, so the ghost is now in the Sluggers Club. I did 5 damage, and that's enough to kill her. Alright, I've crossed another bridge. I'm going to stay close to it. As I cross the bridge, there's a long stretch of poisonous swamp, and there's a cave at the end of it. I'm not going to go to that cave, but... Prestidigitator. This guy is basically a cloaked figure. He has a light gray cloak. All I can see is kind of his eyes from under the hood. He's got a fist, one hand, and the other hand's kind of like splayed out as though he's casting a spell or something at me. Okay, let's attack. I have done 2 damage to him. He attacked back. I took no damage. Did 2 damage again. He did 1 damage to me. So far, so good. 4 damage, he's gone. Alright. So what total of... I did 8 damage. I've earned 8 experience points and 16 gold coins. So yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Let's fight some more of that. And I'm getting a little bit brave apparently because I just immediately started like charging into this area. A Draco Light. This is a Draki that's red. Okay, let's attack him. He dodged and he did 3 points of damage to me. I did 4 damage to him this time. He did 1 damage back. I did 3 damage to him. He did 2 back to me. I did 4 damage. This guy is a lot tankier than the other guy. He did 3 points of damage back to me. I'm down to 16 hit points, which I'm fine. I mean, as far as the damage this guy's been doing, I'm fine. 3 more damage and he's defeated. Okay, victory. Hero earns 12 experience points and 20 gold coins. Let me get a little bit closer to this bridge. I got a little brave all of a sudden. Another Prestidigitator. He wasn't too bad last time. He cast Sizz at me and did 8 damage. Well, I am going to cast Heal on myself. I'm back up completely to 31. Cast Sizz at me again. I took 7 damage. I'm down to 24. I've attacked him for 3. Yeah, he returned attack and I dealt nothing. Did 2 damage to him. He's cast Sizz at me again. This one's casting all of his spells. The other guy was like, I don't need to cast spells. All I have is the jump spell. Something. 8 experience, 16 gold coins. What's my hit points at? That's 16. I can take 2. I can cast Heal 2 more times. I've got the 2. I'm going to go ahead and cast Heal just to get it done and out of the way. Back to full health. I'm going to keep grinding over here while we can. Like I said, I'm just kind of waiting until I get to level 5. Then I'm going to take stock of how much gold we have, and I mean, if we can get the copper sword soon, like this episode, that would be wonderful. Okay, I got another Prestidigitator. I've done 2 points of damage. He's casting Sizz at me for 10 points of damage. Jeez. Okay. He did 10 points of damage. I'm down to 11. I want to go ahead and cast Heal on myself. He did 12 points of damage to me, so yeah, he would have killed me there. 4 damage to him. He's attacked me for just 1 point. Hopefully he's out of... There we go. 2 points have killed him. I was going to say, hopefully he's out of magic points. 8 experience points and 16 gold. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cross this bridge back. I don't know how much more we need. There's a Draki, just normal Draki. Take care of him real quick. Or, I mean, how much more experience points? Well, there we go. I need apparently 3 more experience points to get up to the level. I've reached level 5. My strength has increased by 3, my agility by 2, my resilience by 1, hit points by 4, and magic points by 4. Alright, let me return to a town. We'll go ahead and just mow through everything that's in the way between me and the town. Every little piece of gold helps. I can sell the club as well for 30 before I buy it, so that's like 30 extra gold I do have available to me. We'll see what happens. I think south from here. Yeah, go over there. There's the town in sight. Before I go in, what is my gold? I have 121 gold. So I would need, for 180, I need 30 more gold. Let's see how long it's been recording so far. Oh, good grief. The double vision this thing does sometimes. Okay. Yeah, I think it's time to go ahead and call it an episode here. Let me go ahead and get into it in. You heal back up, I will save, and that's where we will end it for now. 3 gold for the stay at the inn. It won't take us too long. But now that I know that we can go across the bridges fairly safely, within reason. And plus I'm going to be hitting harder now. I'm going to be doing more damage. And if I get that copper sword, I'll be doing even more damage. Although what really was the big stumbling block there was the Sizz spell, which was being cast at me. That probably means I need more armor than anything else. Back at the castle now. So I guess we got some hints as to where we need to go next. We know we need to find a proof of our birthright. We know where there's a shrine of Erdrick, and the copper sword's the next item that's on the list here. Everything else is a little bit pricey. The next thing after the sword that would be the chainmail for 300. So I mean, if we could somehow swing that would be nice too. Next episode, but I'll have a firmer grasp on our goals next episode when we actually get to next episode. King tells us we need 102 more experience to get to level 6, and I'm going to save. Yes. We'll not continue my quest. We are done for now. Oh, yep. Square Enix. Yeah, it's weird that this is it's not super weird, but it just seems strange that it's now a Squaresoft property. It didn't used to be. And I think I was wrong. I think the last episode I said that Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy came out at the same time. I think Dragon Quest came out first. I think it's actually one of the first RPGs ever. I'm sure there are people that know better. Or know that I'm correct. One of the two. Bill from RPG After Years probably knows full well when everything has been released, because he's doing all the RPGs. Which is insane, but that's a good podcast too. I listen to it in spurts. That's one of the ones I can't really binge, but I do enjoy it. Yeah, there's several podcasts I could recommend and enjoy. Some of them are Let's Plays, and some of them aren't. But that's for another time, another topic. For now, let's go ahead and wrap up here. I need to get some sleep. We'll be rolling down to Atlanta, or at least that way. I'm short on hours, but I won't make it tomorrow, but I'll make it Thursday. Heading down towards Atlanta, make a drop off there, figure out where we're going from there, because I don't know yet. They haven't told me. Oh well. That about wraps it up for today's episode. I realized I haven't really said much about how to contact me through alternate means, or any means for that matter, and that's kind of because I don't really have much of a social media presence. A few things I do have is more of a personal thing for me and my family. That'll probably need to change as we continue this. For right now, the best way to get a hold of me is actually probably through Discord. I'm currently active on the audio-only video game Let's Plays channel or server. So you can probably find me there. I'm currently under the name of Quiz. I might change that to something else more appropriate to the podcast at some point in the near future. But for now, it's at Quiz. But we'll see about doing anything more with Twitter or Facebook or whatever the means are. Well, I'm still kind of exploring that avenue. Because I just never really got into social media that much. But I do believe that wraps it up. So until we roll on into our next quest, be safe. Bye-bye.